Yellow's the red, Violet's the blue, Bayern is 1, Leverkusen is 2. But they meet this weekend in a crunch clash in the Bundesliga to decide the title. We're going to get into that. More next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video today. It's all about the Bundesliga. It's all about Matchweek 22. That's right, in the German top flight. We'll get to it in a second. If you know where you've been, hit the old subscribe. You want to stop shop for Bundesliga, Babylon Rovers, Wolf Football. We're going to all hear under one Rooski. That's right. First versus second this weekend in the new Klassiker. That's right. Can Leverkusen get back into the title race? Or is it all already over? We'll get into it, all of it in a second. Big shout out to the members. Big shout out to the Patreons. You know who you are. But what we're going to do now, though, is revisit the last weekend's games. Here they come. Sit tight, hold on. Ain't no rocking about. So let's take a look at it then, shall we? These were the results and my picks, my predictions on the left, the real deals on the right. Bayern with a 3-0 win over Werder Bremen. I got the one spot on. Wolfsburg and Leverkusen took down to a 0-0 draw. Meanwhile, Stuttgart beat Dortmund. Nico Kovac not getting off to the best possible start. Freiburg, though, with a 1-0 win over Heidenheim, as predicted. Mainz and Augsburg with a 0-0 draw. Union Berlin with a big 4-0 away win against Hoffenheim. My boys, Mönchengladbach, did get a good point against Eintracht Frankfurt. Holstein Kiel and Bochum with a 2-2 draw. And RB Leipzig did beat St. Pauli 2-0, guys. That's, of course, my picks. The table, my friends, looks a little bit like this as you see it. Well, you just about see it. I'm going to do a little bit of on-the-fly editing, troops, if I can get that right. Yeah, no. Hang in there. Be with me. There we go. There you have it. That's, of course, Bayern Munich, top of the pops there, 54 points for the campaign. Leverkusen are in second with 46. A win for them, closes the gap to just 5 points, but a defeat. We'll see this probably game over. And Vinny Kompany and Harry Kane getting a bit of silverware. That's right. Going down, it is Bochum, it is Kiel, it is Heidenheim. Of course, coming at you this coming and the situation in the relegation zone. Situation over in the Super Brew looks a little bit like this, guys. Rowley Roll, top of the pops with 10.5 points. AJ24 alongside him. Saki's in there in the bronze medal spot. I'm down there with 7.5. Not great if I want to go out and win the bloody thing, is it? Meanwhile, of course, I am in 10th spot at the moment in the prediction league, of course, behind Noah, who is top spot, Ultra Omar, and then Taya B. That's right. But it could all change this coming weekend. If you do see your name in there, smash the old like, smash the subscribe, and of course, hit the little bell, boys and girls. But what we're going to do now, though, is, of course, look forward to those next round of games. But before that, just a quick reminder of that link. It should be on the screen right about now. If you want to get involved with the Super Brew, it is wide open, that's right. But these are the next round of games, and they're coming at you this coming Valentine's Day, which is Friday, as Augsburg take on Leipzig, coming at you over at the WWK Arena. Augsburg under Jesse Torup, just one defeat in the last 6. They are 12th at the table, 27 points for the campaign, but they were also winless in the last 3. Up against Leipzig under Marco Rosa, just one defeat in the last 6 themselves. They are 4th with 36 points for the campaign, and the place of the 21 times since 2011. 3 wins Augsburg, 12 wins Leipzig, 6 draws between the two sides. Last time around over in Augsburg, it was a 2-2 draw back in February 2024. The reverse fixture this campaign, though, a 4-0 win in Leipzig over in the RB Arena back in September. Leipzig on the back of that 2-0 win over St. Pauli, back-to-back clean sheets. Augsburg on the back of that 0-0 draw against Mainz. Back-to-back games now without a goal for them. The bookies for this one, they'll go with Leipzig, as will I'm going with the draw here. Point apiece on a Friday night on Valentine's Day. Who'd have thunk it? I did. That's right. Bochum up against Borussia Dortmund, coming at you over at the Vonover Rohrstadion. Bochum under Dieter Hecking, 80 in a table, 13 points for the campaign. Up against Dortmund under Nico Kovac, 42% form for them right now. Just one defeat in the last 4, 11 for the table, 29 points for the campaign. They played each other 40 times since 1992. 9 wins Bochum, 20 wins Dortmund, 11 draws between the two sides. Last time around over at Bochum, it was a 1-1 draw back in August 2023. The reverse fixture, a 4-2 win for Dortmund back in September. Dortmund are unbeaten against Bochum over the last 6. They've won 4 and drawn just a couple. Bochum on the back of that 2-2 draw against Holstein Kiel. Dortmund losing to Stuttgart most recently. The odds for this one, though, Bochum are unfancied. Dortmund, the absolute favourites on this one, going with a 2-1 win. Dortmund back to winning ways. St. Pauli against Freiburg, coming at the Milanator Stadion. Alexander Blessin's St. Pauli, they are 14th in the table, 21 points for the campaign. 1 defeat in the last 4. Up against Freiburg under Julian Schuster. Back-to-back wins for them. They're 50% form, and they're sitting 6th with 33 points for the season. They played 22 times since 1995, 8 wins apiece and 6 draws last time around. Over at St. Pauli, it was a 1-0 win for St. Pauli back in October 2015. That was in the Zweite Bundesliga. Meanwhile, the reverse fixture, a 3-0 win for St. Pauli back in September this campaign, match number 5. St. Pauli on the back of that 2-0 loss to Leipzig. Freiburg beating Heidenheim most recently. But the odds right here, right now, we're looking at it right here. Of course, it is very tight. St. Pauli, the unfancied one. They're favoured here. They are favoured, St. Pauli, but only just is one of those coin flippable ones. I'm going with a 2-1 win, though. St. Pauli nicking it in their own backyard. Meanwhile, we go to Stuttgart up against Wolfsburg coming this coming Saturday, the 15th of Feb at the MHP Arena. Stuttgart under Sebastian Hoeneß, 5th in the table, 35 points for the campaign, back-to-back wins. They're rocking 50% form for them right now. Up against Wolfsburg, under Ralf Hasenhüttl, they are winless in the last 4, 58% form for them. They are 9th in the table, 30 points for the season. They played each other 52 times since 1997. 22 wins for Stuttgart, 22 wins Wolfsburg. There's been 8 draws between the two sides. Last time around, over at Stuttgart, it was a 3-1 win for Stuttgart back in October 2023. The reverse fixture this campaign in Wolfsburg, it was a 2-2 thriller. Stuttgart have won, unbeaten against them in the last 3, and they're coming into something like that 2-1 win over Dortmund. Most recently, Wolfsburg on the back of 3 successive draws, drawn with Holstein Kiel, then Frankfurt, now Leverkusen. But the odds for this one, it is tight, not tight really. Stuttgart fancy big time. Going with a 2-0 win myself at Stuttgart for this one. Meanwhile, Union Berlin against my boys, Borussia Mönchengladbach, coming over at the Alten Fusterei. But Union Berlin and the Stefan Baumgart, just one defeat in the last 4. They are 13th, 23 points for the season. Up against Gladbach under Gerardo Sioni, winless, actually unbeaten in the last 3. They're on 42% form for them, and they're sitting at 8th right now, 31 points for the season. They played 12 times since 2010, 6 wins Berlin, 3 wins Gladbach. There's been 3 draws between the two sides. Last time around at this venue, it was a 3-1 win for Berlin back in December 2023. The reverse fixture, a 1-0 win for Gladbach back in September this season. Gladbach on the back of that draw against Frankfurt. Union Berlin with that 4-0 win over Hoffenheim. They're coming into this, though, on the back of 2 clean sheets on the spin. The odds right here, right now. Berlin, the fancied on this one. Gladbach, the underdogs. Going to go with a 2-1 win, though, the other way. Wow. Leverkusen against Bayern. Here it is, the big one. The last game on Saturday. Of course, champions up against champions-elect, you would say. The Bay Arena, Leverkusen under Xabi Alonso. They are second, 46 points for the campaign. Just 1 defeat in the last 6. Up against Bayern München, they are 83% form. They've won 5 of the last 6. And, of course, the other one was a defeat. They are top of the pops with 54 points for the season. They played 72 times since 1992. 16 wins Leverkusen, 14 wins Bayern. There's been 12 draws between the two sides. Last time around at this venue was a 3-0 win for Leverkusen. In fact, back-to-back wins at this very venue for Leverkusen. Leverkusen are unbeaten, in fact, against Bayern in the last 5, including a draw at the Allianz Arena back in September and a round 16 DFB Pokal victory for Leverkusen, also at the Bayern Arena this season. Leverkusen on the back of that 0-0 draw against Wolfsburg. Bayern with a 3-0 win over Bremen. They've played the last 3 games at home. They are in action in Champions League as well. The odds right here, right now, Leverkusen are underdogs. Bayern are fancy for the victory, but not me. Oh no, I am a bit of an upset king right here, right now. Going with the Leverkusen 3-2 Bobby Dazzler, and of course get themselves right back in the thick of things. Meanwhile, Werder Bremen against Hoffenheim coming on Sonntag, the 6th of February. That's right, Bremen under Oli Werner. Just 1 win the last 6. They are 10th in the campaign. Up against Hoffenheim under Christian Ilsner, they are 15th at the table, 18 points for the season on back-to-back defeats. They played each other 33 times since 2008, 14 wins Bremen, 9 wins Hoffenheim. There's been 10 draws between the two sides. Last time around over in Bremen, it was a 3-2 win for Hoffenheim back in October 2023. The reverse fixture this season in Hoffenheim back in September was a 7-goal thriller going in favour of Bremen. Bremen on the back of that 3-0 loss to Bayern. Hoffenheim on the back of that 4-0 loss to Union Berlin. Both sides coming into this licking their wounds and needing a response. Bremen are fancied for the victory here. I'm going with a 2-0 win as well, back in Bremen with the W, and Hoffenheim taking another L. Into the final 2 is Frankfurt. It's Holstein Kiel. It's coming out on Sunday as well, the Deutsche Bank Park. Frankfurt under Dino Topmüller, winless in the last 4. However, in those last 4, they've only lost once, and that was of course, we'll talk about that in a minute. They're 3rd in the table, 39 points for the season. Against Holstein Kiel, also winless in the last 4. Just 1 win in the last 6. They're 17th with 13 points for the campaign. They played just the 1 time since 2024, and it was a win for Bundesliga team at Frankie. 4-2 win as it was in Kiel back in September. Frankfurt on the back of successive draws. Draw in Wolfsburg, draw with Gladbach. Holstein Kiel also on the back of a 2-2 draw against Bochum last time around. The odds right here, right now, looking at it. What are we looking at it? Frankfurt massively fancied. Holstein Kiel got no chance. 3-1 winners in the end. And then finally, folks, we go to Heidenheim. They're going to be taking on Mainz, coming out of the Volta Arena. Heidenheim under Frank Schmidt, 4 defeats on the spin. Winless in the last 5. They're 60 for the table, 14 points for the campaign, up against Mainz under Bo Henriksen. Just 1 win in 5 themselves. 7th in the table, 32 points for the campaign. They have played Heidenheim 3 times since 2023, with the hosts winning 2 of them and drawing just the 1. Last time around, over at this very venue, it was a 1-1 draw. The reverse fixture in Mainz this campaign was when Heidenheim was on a high. They won 2-0 last time. Earlier in the campaign. Heidenheim, though, on the back of that 1-0 loss to Freiburg. Mainz with that 0-0 draw against Augsburg. It's back-to-back games now without a goal for Mainz. The odds on this one, though, they'll go with Mainz on this one. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw myself. Point apiece in the bag. And if I'm right, this is what the table will look like. Of course, it will be Bayern. It will be Leverkusen. I think that does that look about right. Yes, it does look about right. Anyway, of course, going down, it is Bochum, it's Holstein Kiel. But, of course, we'll see what happens next time around. But until then, subscribe, smash the like, catch you later. But until then, guys and girls, we are done.